Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I have another layout for you from products I received from the Inspiration Station store. And today I'm using a sketch. I'm using this one right here that I found on Pinterest. And I'm using a sketch today because I'm kind of coming out of a little bit of a funk as far as scrapbooking goes. I was kind of going through a little phase where I wasn't feeling very creative and all that stuff. So I decided to use some sketches here for a little while. So that one that I showed you, I ended up finding on Pinterest. And it ended up being just perfect for what I was doing here today. So I have a couple of these pictures here from the zoo that is down the street from our house where we live currently. And it's not a huge zoo. It's definitely small enough that the girls can walk around no problem. But they actually have it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be when we first moved here, because we live in kind of a small town, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot. But the first time we went, I was actually pretty impressed, for what they have there based on the size of our town and the zoo and stuff. So it's fun, and it's literally we could literally walk there if we wanted to. We usually don't, but but we could if we wanted to. So I'm taking the layers that are in the sketch, and I'm just using a whole bunch of paper. So I have cardstock here, the green cardstock and the craft cardstock. Those are both from Basil. And then all of the other papers that I'm using to do all my layering is from the Bo Bunny Safari line, which is majority of what I'm working with today. So the chevron, which is super awesome, and all those little scrap pieces of paper that I'm using for layering, those are all from Bo Bunny. And I'm using a couple of tags here. Those are from American Tag Company. They're just little craft tags. And those were in the sketch as well, so I'm going to go ahead and utilize them here because I got those from the store as well. And I'm literally just going through trying to pick out, some little pieces of paper that I can use. And I'm trying to follow along pretty closely with the sketch. And I'm going through and trying to find a little bit more paper because I have there were some torn aspects down at the bottom on the sketch, and I really wanted to mimic that. So I'm going to take this kind of green reptile-ish looking paper, and I'm going to rip it. And you're going to see me have some fun with this, let me tell you. I rip it quite a few times because it doesn't come out the way I want it to. It's not sitting, I want the jagged edges to be showing completely along the bottom, and it's just not working, and I'm like, what's going on? So I drew a line to where the bottom of that piece of paper was, so I'm going to go ahead and try to tear as best I can along that line. It's hard when you're ripping paper because you don't really have full control over it, so that's part of the fun of it, and then part of it is, kind of frustrating because you can't do it exactly how you want it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut down that chevron paper just a little bit so that I have a little bit more room on the bottom to show that jagged edge there. So I will do that. And sorry, I'm hitting my tripod there. I'm still having some back problems, so I have a pillow sitting on my chair, like to help support my back while I'm sitting in it. And sometimes when I move, the pillow falls and it falls on my tripod legs. So I'm having a little bit of trouble with that right now, but it's the only way I can sit at my desk and be comfortable. So I'm going to do it because I really want to be scrapping right now. So, okay. So, I have all my papers ready to go. And what I'm doing is I'm taking some distress ink from Tim Holtz, and that is in the color Gathered Twigs. And I'm using my mini blending tool, and I'm going to outline all of the papers. So I'm just going to ink the edges of all of them, so it brings them together. And I have a lot of different patterns going on, so I really need them to stand out on their own. So yeah, the only one I don't do is that the green one, because most of it's going to be covered up anyway, so it doesn't really need it. But everything else I'm just blending. And then the tiger print right there, you can't really see it that well, but I did it anyway. So it's going to go ahead and get all of that done, including the tags. And those two pictures there, I have one of some buffalo that are kind of roaming, and then the one that has the back of the girls' heads. We went with some friends, and they were standing in front of the monkey cages, talking to the monkeys there. It was cute. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start getting my layers put down here. And I started having issues with my ATG, guys. I'm such a love-hate relationship with my ATG. I really love it in the fact that it's big and it lasts forever, but I'm still having issues with the tape that I'm using because I got it to a point where it was, you know, I've got the tape where it doesn't bunch up in the center of it anymore because I've been loading it differently. But now, like, I can't win because now that I have the, let's see, how do I describe what I'm talking about? The support piece, I'm putting it in the front instead of the back. So now the opposite side where the piece is not anymore is starting to bunch up and kind of starting to unravel a little bit, and it starts making a mess. So yeah, so while I found a temporary solution for the cheap tape that I'm using, as soon as I'm done with it, I'm just going to go back to the regular stuff because I really just am to a point where I can't take it. So yeah. And I'm sorry, I put my phone down there to reference where I had everything because I took a picture and then it's kind of messing up the color in the video. So I'm sorry about that. I didn't even think about that when I did it. But I'm going to go ahead and get my layers stuck down here. I'm still fighting with my ATG right now. Like, it gave me some trouble this morning. So I ended up cutting that piece of craft cardstock there for one of my layers. I ended up cutting it in half so that it could go up a little bit higher. So I did that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get my stuff stuck down. And again, ATG issues, like the tape is sticking out, like I don't know what it keeps doing. Having some issues with adhesive in general because Kaylin has some adhesive that she uses and I was having issues with that too. Like it kept getting weird and winding up on itself and I don't know. Adhesive does not like me right now. And these papers just work together so well as far as, you know, they're all different kind of animal prints, but just the colors and the tones just work together beautifully. So they work great for layering together. I think I'm still fighting with my ATG. Yep, sure am. I'm getting very angry at it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my tags stuck down up here. And even though I'm putting craft on craft there, like, you know, just inking the edges makes it stand out so well. So it's really nice. So I'm bringing up my my sketch again because I lost it. So sorry about that, guys. Need to be more conscious of screens like that on the videos. Okay, so I'm using this chipboard sticker and it says Wild on it. It's like a banner. And I'm going to use that at the top there. And then this one says see the animals and it looks like a sign. And I'm going to stick that right here so it looks like it's peeking out behind the picture. Those are both from the Bo Bunny Safari line as well. And I'm going to go ahead and start working on my title now. So my title is going to be Hillcrest Park Zoo because that's the name of the zoo. And I'm using zoo in these print shop thickers. These are chipboard thickers. And I'm using the zeros as O's because I only have one O on the other side and I didn't feel like, you know, I could just use that. If I need a zero later, I can use the O if I need to. So I used that, and then for the Hillcrest Park part, I didn't have all the letters I needed in the thickers, so I'm just going to use these here from the Safari line. So these will say Hillcrest Park and then Zoo. Using a lot of those letter stickers there as well. Use those up. I don't know what I'm doing on my phone there. Oh, no, I'm just putting the, I made a Q into a C because I didn't have any uppercase C's. So I cut off the tail and then cut out the little bit in the center to make it a C instead. And then I'm going to use these stickers here that say Explore, and I'm just going to put those right there along with the title. And I'm just going to look at this sticker sheet, and I think I'm going to pull a few more things just to kind of nuzzle in here and there before I do my journaling. I'm going to use this little adventure right above the pictures there to kind of fill in that little gap. And I'm going to use this little scallop border right underneath the picture here. Just kind of add a little extra detail on the bottom there. And then I'm going to use this arrow pointing towards the title. And I believe that's it. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling. My journaling just talks about how we are very lucky to live right down the street from a pretty good zoo. The girls love to walk around and see all the animals. They even have a little duck feeding station. They have ducks kind of roaming around, and you can, they have like a little quarter dispenser for food, so you can actually feed the ducks and stuff. So that's fun. They like doing that. And that's it. I think I'll look around one more time, but I'm pretty happy with that. And that completes my layout. I hope you guys enjoyed the pages that I made using the Bo Bunny Safari line. And if you'd like to purchase it, make sure you stop by the store to pick it up. And let me know if you guys make anything. Okay, I will see you again soon. Bye.